Hi, my name is Amanda, and I have my notes behind the camera so I don't lose my train of thought. I've tried to make this video a couple of times now and end off on some random tangent. I am soon to be a Lapband patient. I am currently 2 weeks out from my pre-op appointment. At that time, I will also then start my pre-op diet, which is 10 to 14 days. So realistically, I'm 3 to 4 weeks out from having a lap band, which is kind of exciting, not something that I expected to happen so soon. I started this endeavor, we'll call it, back in December. I've been going through my 3 months of diet and exercise, and I really decided to go through this lap band procedure and the journey and the change in my life because I turned 30, and this is not the way that I envisioned 30 to be. I always said those things, next year, I'm going to lose the weight next year, and next year would come and it would be like, well, by the time I'm 30, not a problem, 30 will happen, and like somebody will wave a magic wand and the weight will be gone, but that just didn't happen. Blew out the candles, but the weight was still there. So I've decided to take matters into my own hands and really make it so I can live the life that I want to live. There are things in life that I want to do that I know with the extra weight are not going to be fun, are not going to be really possible. So I've decided to go through this procedure to really help me get to the places that I want to be in life. And at least do things comfortably. Being overweight is not comfortable. I can be very confident in my own being, but the comfortable aspect doesn't change with your confidence. I do have a great support system. My family, my mom and my brother, they are very supportive. They don't understand though. They have the same genetics. I take after my dad, and he was a large guy, not incredibly overweight, but a big guy, and it kind of runs down that side of the family. And so I definitely have their support, but they don't know what it's like to be overweight, and they don't know what it's like to struggle with food and exercise. They don't understand that. So I appreciate their support, but they don't quite understand what they're supporting, I think. My husband is my biggest cheerleader. He has gone through the struggle himself and is still going through the struggle of weight loss, but he is so dedicated. He can do whatever he wants if he puts his mind to it, and he always is like that. I push my own buttons. I try and push the boundaries. I'm like, oh, I can eat that now. I'll just work out more tomorrow. And tomorrow comes and I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow, or I'll do it tomorrow. He is so black and white with his weight loss, and I envy that. I envy that a lot in him. I do have some friends that I've told, not a lot, excuse me, and kind of keeping it to ourselves, kind of keeping it within the family, we'll say. Don't want anybody to have any expectations of myself from our friends, like why hasn't she lost, or she's not losing enough. I don't want those expectations of our friends, so I really haven't put it out there into our social group of friends and supporters that would definitely, I'm sure, support us. I just don't want that extra pressure. But really, in the end, the biggest attractor is going to be myself. I'm my biggest enemy. That's kind of how it's always been. I can definitely commit to things, but eventually I deter myself, and that's kind of why I'm doing these YouTube videos. I want to have some accountability to myself. I definitely want to be able to look back at the transformation and have that positive reinforcement along the way that things are working and I'm doing the right things, or I'm not doing the right things, and seeing what works for me and what doesn't. I want to not only see my own transformation, but I also want to help other people realize that they can make a transformation as well if they want to. I've definitely gained a lot of confidence in this through watching YouTube videos that are already out there. Those who have come before me, I couldn't imagine doing this process without all of your information that you've so willingly shared and been so open. I commend you on being so courageous and throwing it out there, and just being so honest, because it helps. It helps a lot to know, there are going to be times where this is not going to be easy. It is strictly a tool to help me, and if I don't choose to work with it, then it's not going to work with me. And so I really have taken so much away from all of the hours of YouTube I have watched of people in their videos, and it has meant so much. But this is just my journey now, and this is what I'm gonna go through. And for myself, I want myself to succeed, and I want to be the person I know I am on the inside and the person that I would like to see on the outside. I know it can happen. I know that I just need to be dedicated, and just stick with it. There's, a lot of support out there, but in the end, I really need to do this for me. And I think that's kind of what I'm telling myself here, is that I can look back and say, I am doing this for me. I am going to be successful because I want it. I'm stubborn, so I always get what I want. And I'm hopeful that this will happen in the same manner. I want this, so it will happen. But I really appreciate you watching, and thank you for your support. And I will probably do another video in the next couple of days. Started going to the gym and, all those big changes. So thank you so much, and have a great evening.